hello. Hopefully everything works. I haven't touched my PC in forever. Hello. Hello, El Gigante. Hello, Arthur. Hello, El. Thank you for the gift and membership. Hello, Aster. Hello, Zachary. Hello, everybody. How you doing? It's been forever. Hello, Blues. Hello. Hello, Squiggly Brick. What a beautiful name. Hello. Hello, Zane. How you doing? But like, why you gotta be rude with it? I wanna say thank you, but you're just being rude, Aster, at this point. Like, sheesh. Sheesh. It has been so long. I have missed you all a lot, especially if I don't see you on the... what do you mean? A movie night. I feel like it's been absolutely forever since I spoke to people. Just kidding, also gonna leave. No worries, I'm happy you hopped into to just, you know, get your stuff and say hi. Thank you for the renewed membership, Arthur. 7 months, jeez. Time flies, especially when you work and then you don't have time for life, you know. It does have an effect at some point. It's later 2 a.m. Yeah, you should probably be sleeping. Same for Arthur, probably. It's probably super late. So, you know, no worries. I scheduled the stream the earliest I could. And that's now. So that I could have time to talk with people, yap a little bit. I'm finally out of training for work. It was hard, but I did not have what it took to actually make content while going through training, going to work in person every single day. Oh my god, yesterday I had an mandatory day in person, and then and I took an hour and 45 minutes in the traffic, and I almost threw a whole fit. Like, I managed to never be late a single day during my whole training, but the first official day I'm on the job, and where it's actually gonna be noted in my file, I had to be an hour and 40, like, I was 15 minutes late, but I was so annoyed. And apparently everybody was in the same boat because there's like some traffic constriction at Montreal, you know, construction every day, all day, every day of the year. But I'm annoyed and I don't want to go back, but then I learned that I have to go for another mandatory in-person meeting on Tuesday, so I'm quite mad about that. Hi, Vale. Well, I mean, Vale is Zachary. I don't know what YouTube did, but it changed people's name versus their @ I think that's what happened there. Well, it was good, but I'm afraid I was like, yes, please go rest. Happy to have seen you. But I'm making a living now. I know, right? I actually get a salary. I actually got paid today. It's like, yippee! We pay all the bills. Let's go. I see that. Yeah, it's very weird. You gotta change your name to your @ Yeah, but I mean, who asked for them to change that? I don't know. I noticed today when I opened the chat that there was an @ in front of everybody's name, including mine. And I'm like, is it so that we can talk to people in the chat? I don't know why they did that. That's a bit annoying. Like, thankfully, I never had my real name on it for an @ because that would be slightly awkward if you ask me, you know. Let's see. When the day after tomorrow, I'm gonna start my move to Georgia. Oh, you're moving to Georgia! Congratulations! I hope it goes smoothly and beautifully. How you doing, Zachary? I feel like it's been forever since I got news from you. Train first. What do you mean by train first? Are you talking about a train that you gotta take or training at work? I'm not too sure. I am still very easily disturbed if you thought I got any better with that, you know? It was BL that threw stuff at you. Wait, what? What? Are you talking about yourself? I'm confused, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm not confused. I'm always very on top of everything. Right. Waiting for my check to hit so I can buy Ninja Gaiden 4. Ooh, that sounds good. Some games to play. See, I got so busy that I had not touched Silksong in about 2 weeks. I finally got back to it today while I was waiting for calls for work. So that's the thing that's interesting with my job, is like, it's taking calls. So if there's no calls, then I have nothing to do. So I can have like slow periods where I have nothing to do and I'm allowed to like just do whatever I want. As long as I don't miss my calls, they do not care what I do, and that's pretty nice, you know. Man, I have a request. What's up, Blues? Girlfriend came. We had a lot of fun. Spent about 2K with her just here for 1 week. Well, that's a lot. As long as it was well spent and no regrets, it's alright. Gotta pamper yourself sometimes. And that's real name. Dolphin. Yes, that's exactly what my name is. How did you know? Yeah, I will take the train first, then bus through the border. How are you moving your things? Are you shipping them over? I saw you playing Silson. Oh my god, you're observing my playtime? How dear. Birthday Friday! So I want to watch The Rise of Leslie Vernon tomorrow for movie night. I don't know that we can change movie night though. What are we watching this week? Let me see. I actually do want to see the movie tomorrow. 28 days later. I've always wanted to watch the movie like for years, so I would really want to see it. I mean, we would have to run it by the other people as well, because we did do a wheel to choose all the movies for Spooky Month, because it's not written there, but the week after we're watching Halloween. I will check with others and I will let you know. No, I don't have much things to begin with. I take traveling, a hard suitcase, and a backpack. I mean, there's a difference with traveling and moving, but if you say so, I'll trust you. You know, travel light out here. I missed you when I've been attacking Twig. It's okay. Give Twig all the love. She deserves it. It was her birthday last weekend and she had a whole concert, a 3-day event. I hope that if you didn't catch it live, you get to watch it again. I did have a special song with her. So if you want to see us perform together, you can go see that very, very funny thing we made together. And all the cute message from people that appreciate Twig because Twig is bae. Also, second episode of the podcast is out. I have been so overwhelmed that I did not post it in the Discord, but it is out. So make sure you're subscribed to the High Score channel if you want to know when I forget to make announcements. You know, gotta know what's up. I'm moving for winter there anyway, and a bit of spring. Okay, so you're not moving indefinitely. Okay, well, yeah, you wouldn't move as much if you're just moving for temporarily. I'm probably gonna be at the movies watching the Chainsaw Man movie anyways, don't worry about it. Well, if you're not gonna be there, then that's not even a discussion. If you were gonna be there, I'd try and see if we make something. But if you're not gonna be there, you can request a movie and not watch it. Bruh. I'll still be saying happy birthday, but like, gee. I do want to watch the Chainsaw Man movie, but I need to finish the first season. So it's in our plans to watch it. We did watch, I know you recommended it, the Fragrant Flower Blooms with Dignity, whatever. We binged it over the weekend. It was a grand time. It was a great time. Bruh, Blues, I was about to drop a poll for you. See? He trolling us right now and I don't know why. It was a nice event. Of course, everything that Twig makes is always greatness, and we love it because we love Twig. Twig is babe, Twig is love, Twig is amazing. But yeah, also for those that were not there last Thursday, I had time to, like, you know, have a whole depression, cry about it, and finally come to terms with it. But last week, I kind of learned what my schedule was gonna be, even though there's been the high-end a whole roller coaster of emotion about it. And I learned that my schedule was gonna be 10:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. And I had a meltdown about it because I was like, when am I supposed to stream? What am I supposed to do? You can't have a life. You can't have your appointments in the morning because it's not late enough. And then there's nothing to do after because everything's closed after 5. And then I was having a whole meltdown because I was like, what am I gonna do about streaming mostly? That's what like really broke my heart. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Because even if I wanted to stream late, first, people go to bed because it's late, and then after that I was thinking I can't be as loud as I usually am because my office connects to my neighbor's bedroom, so I wouldn't be able to screech the way I screech when I play Elden Ring, let's say. So I was quite sad and I drank a lot last movie night. Do not ask me what the movie was about. I do not know. I wasn't really paying that much attention to it. Hello Farita, how you doing? Places close after 5. Yes, here in Canada, we have places that close around 5 or 6. That is a thing. And then they close late on Thursdays. It's always surprising for us if we go to the States and we see stores that are open 24/7 and we're like, wait, what? What do you mean it's open 24/7? Yep, we have a lot of things that do close, you know. That this is not optimal. Yes, and so I was having a whole meltdown about it because I was like, when the hell am I supposed to have a life? I'm like, even if I wanted to go places, like I'm going out, and like for the days I have to go in person, I'll be home at like 8 p.m. and I'm like, that doesn't, like if I go work on a Thursday, I'm not even back in time for movie night, and I'm like, that sucks. And I was extremely sad, and then everybody in my class was sad for me because I was sad, and then I feel even more sad now because after, like, you know, discussing it with Asta, we decided to like do a little bit of a pros and cons and like what's good, what's not about it. And there are a lot of pros to it, as much as there are a lot of pros to the day schedule, because they choose your schedule for you. And the earliest you can start in our batch is like 9, so you can do 9:30, I think I was told, 9:30 to like 5. Wait, 6? 9:30 to 6, I think, was the earliest you can start and finish. And then I was like, you know, it would be better. I'm used to having a normal schedule and stuff like that. But then we talked about it, and Astor and I had been thinking of saying and hoping that we're gonna go to the gym, but we really want to do it. And we were like, oh, okay. Well, if I start at 10:30, then we do have time to go to the gym in the morning at a reasonable hour. We don't need to wake up at 6 or 7. We can go from like 8:30 to 9:30, get home. Because Astor has a very flexible job where he can actually choose his schedule, so we could match mine. And we're like, okay, well, that would work. And then also, it's a lot less work, because we don't tell our customers that we close at 7, so they all assume that we close at 5. So the closest you get to 5 p.m., the least you're gonna get calls. So I know that would mean I will be sitting there doing nothing, like playing games for 2 hours most of the time. The night schedule. So I'm like, okay, that's not too bad. Ik firm my no worries. Solution. Order stuff? Order what kind of order? What for? What? What are we ordering for? What? But yeah, so I was like, okay. Also, the another big con of working a daytime schedule, a normal daytime schedule, is the disgusting traffic. Sure, there would be a bit less than when I get there for 8:30, but considering that even right now, my nail's getting clogged. Even right now, there is construction and there's a lot of traffic. It's a lot. Like, it's a lot with traffic. I can't even imagine what this is gonna be like in winter. I actually don't want to think about it because I'll cry. So yeah, so my sister being there, she did talk to the dude that does the scheduling and ask him if it would be possible to get me a day schedule. But after a week of, you know, thinking about it, doing my pros and cons and stuff like that, I realized that I think I do want to keep the night schedule for all the things that I can plan around it. I also learned that the night schedule is only available 6 months out of the year. Wait, 7 months. 7 months of the year you work night shift, and during the summer you actually you finish at 5:30. You work 9 to 5:30 or something like that. So I'm like, it's not even all year, so I might as well do that to have like chill months sometimes. And summertime mean that it will be less calls because it's low season, so it will still be a chiller job, you know. I mean, order store from stores if they close at 7. Bigger ones may stay open for longer and stuff can be ordered from them. Well, you see, I do have another option that my job gives me. So the way my job works, we work longer hours per day because we get 1 day off every 2 weeks. So in that sense, if I have anything specific I want to do to the store, I have a doctor appointment and stuff, I can always plan it for that day off. I don't know which day of the week it's gonna be yet. It's gonna be either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. They will let me know on Friday, I think. So I will get to know, because I mean, depending, I don't think that I don't need to go shopping like that. That's not the type of like store that I would need to go to. most of the time, unless I'm like, oh, I'm missing that at home, I need to go. And if I'm lucky, I mean, if I work from home, Aster can go while I'm working. He can go earlier in the day. He has a lot more flexibility with his schedule than I do. So that's that. But all this to say that I have decided to keep the night schedule. So I'll be working 10:30 a.m. to 7 p.m., which means that I will still keep streaming. I will aim to stream close to when I finish working. So I will have to try it out and test it out to see how much energy I have. So I'm thinking of streaming at 7:38 when I work from home so that I can just, you know, have a grand old time and start around these hours. The things that may change, I'm not sure because we're still discussing this. I might have to change my schedule ever so slightly. I mean, my content actually, because I don't want to be a bother to my neighbors. The other solution is that Aster and I would have to exchange office spaces, so I would not be close to my neighbor when I'm screeching. But I don't know that I want to do that because I actually really do love my office. It's very bright, it's very nice, it has all my plants, and there's no place that has sunlight for my plants in Aster's office, and I'm like, I don't want to go there. I love my office, so I'll have to think about that. But yeah, if I ever am doing like karaoke and stuff, I will probably start like 7:15. But I'm not sure about the number of times per week that I will be able to stream, just because I will probably be a lot more tired. I now work a job that requires a lot more out of me socially. I guess I am on the phone all day talking to people all day, so it's a lot more draining for me than sitting down and doing paperwork, even though there's a chance that I get a higher position and I get to do that and I'll be nice. But yeah, I work in a hole in the wall in the basement. You heard it here first, guys. She has me covered. Stop lying. Stop projecting what you wish you had, okay? I know that's where you want to be. I'm the one keeping you above the ground, okay? Don't stop projecting your problems onto me. Go get an appointment with the therapist. We're going to talk about this, okay? This man always slandering me. It's good. Oh, hello. You know, this new thing on YouTube, I don't know what they're doing. I don't know where they be changing people's names. Because I'm sure some of you probably have a name that has nothing to do with anything. It'll be very weird, you know? Thank you for redeeming your tweet. How you doing? But yeah, as I was saying, I'm gonna have the night schedule. I will try to stream as close to when I finish working as possible. When I'm working from home, for sure, I can probably figure out a way to stream at 7:30. When I'm working in person, I might just not stream. Or it will be like 8 something, because it takes me about 45 minutes to get back home from my job. So I'm like, Also, I will do my best to never work in person on Thursdays so that it does not affect movie night. I refuse to affect movie night. And then I realized talking to Aster, like, oh, we have our Christmas party in December. But I was like, oh, but it starts at 5. I finished at 7, so I guess they just leave you behind. I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna go, because like, why would I? Like, I won't be leaving the office 2 hours after everybody else to go there. So like, we'll have to see. I don't know. Since it's not a bring your partner Christmas party, I don't really care unless they give you free stuff. I need to ask my sister if they give you free stuff. I used to work for a company that would like have a little, like, you know, what do you call it, raffles for like iPads and stuff, and I'm like, ooh. But if they don't, I might not go, and I'll be very fine. Okay, welcome back. Doing good. Actually got home earlier today, which was nice. Let's go. We appreciate that. See, you probably have the same type of schedule as me. I mean, you don't, but by the time you're home, it's about the same time as I'll be finishing work anyways. So, you know, maybe I'll get to see more of the older gang, movie night gang, now that I'll be streaming a lot later. I mean, not a lot later, but an hour later than I used to be, but like, it'll be close enough. But I'll try to keep it fun and like keep doing my stuff, you know? I hope you're having a wonderful day. I will only be there to support you because you're a kind person and watch and have a kind heart. Hugs to you. Hugs to you, Douglas. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your message. I have very much missed streaming. And you know, when I was crying about it last week, I really realized how much I do like streaming. I was like, it's not just like, you know, a hustle. It's something that I enjoy doing. And the thought of not being able to do it anymore was very, very hard for me. And you know, I've come to terms with like my new living situation, and I'm gonna make the best out of it and like plan my stuff. I don't want it to die. It was just extremely hard for me to do while going through training. I really thought I would do better. I really wanted to commit to one stream a week at least. Did not manage. I also got sick for my defense. I was extremely sick the first week of training, so that did not help, and I could not speak. I was just a miserable, blubbery mess. So that was that. But there, except for that, my job is pretty nice. I do like the place. I do like the vibe. I do like the working conditions and like everything they do for us. My co-workers, not the ones that were there before me, but the co-workers I got in my batch are some very interesting characters. There's all sorts of people in there. Some of them are very sweet, very adorable. I like a lot, and some of them just make my brain hurt. I talked about it in movie night at some point, but I have a coworker that anytime in the training that there was like the trainer would be explaining something like, oh, so in situation A, you do B, never do X, okay? And then she's like, so what you mean is that we always do X, right? And I'd be like, he just told you not to do that. And I just like, how do you always come to the wrong conclusion? And at some point I'm like, maybe I'm tripping, maybe it's me. But my sister happened to have to come and sit and teach us a part of the training. And then she was there for it. And I'm like, I'm telling you, girl, it's like this every day. Every single day she asked a question and I rolled my eyes because I'm like, girl, what do you mean? He just said the opposite. How did you come to that conclusion? So that was fine. And then yesterday she gets a call, and then I'm on my way to lunch, and she stopped me for some help, and she's like, oh, how do I transfer a call? I'm like, we do not transfer. Like, we're not allowed to transfer calls. Like, what do you want to transfer? It's like, oh, it's about X, Y, and Z. I'm like, that is something that we take care of. You enter this call. It's like, but the dude that gave me too many questions, I need to transfer him. Like, that's not how it works. And I'm like, anyways, who are you transferring him to? And then she's like, I don't know, that random department. And I'm like, no, you can't. You can't transfer people. Like, if it has anything to do with us, like, because in the end, it was not something that she could answer, but she just needs to tell the customer that she can't answer his question and that he just needs to go see other counsel for his situation. And she's like, but I already told him I would transfer him. And I'm just like, does that matter though? You tell him, I'm sorry, I checked, and there's nobody here that can assist you with your request. Ah! Who dared? Someone dared. Now I'm lost. Anyways, nobody can help you there. So, like, you're gonna tell him that, girl, okay? Like, I'm just like, girl, what are you doing? Like, we were told so many times that we're not allowed to transfer. I don't know why now you would ask me randomly how to do it. I'm not helping you with your felonies, okay? Hello, Dante. How you doing? How have you been? Also, I'm trying to figure out who threw that at me. Who dared? Who dared the violence? And I can't find it. Why can I not find it? It's not in my chat. It's not on YouTube. I feel attacked. This is not okay. Anyways, yeah, so there's that one. And then there's the other girl that I was listening to her call because I will drink. She was sitting behind me, answering a call, and then I just hear her tell the customer, like, so I just finished reading you the script. And I'm like, girl, you gotta be customer servicing. The customer service is not customer servicing right now. Like, you cannot just tell them you're reading them a script. Like, you can't do that. You gotta make it sound natural, you know? Also, I'll have you know that this turtle right there was definitely top of her class, answering all the questions. I was very proud of myself. But I have to say, I was at the office in person taking the calls until yesterday, and I was having a great time. Average of my calls is 5 to maximum 10 minutes, but usually it's 5 minutes. Tell me why today was the worst day of my life when it came to calls. A bunch of calls with stuff that people told me I would see once in a blue moon and stuff. Tell me why I got a call and the lady had like 4 different issues for one call that I would probably have handled very well if that was the only thing she wanted. But she wanted 10,000 things, and I'm like, oh my god, I was in ward. Then I answered a call. I hung up, and then I was like, wait a minute, I think I gave the lady the wrong information. Let me see if I can, you know, call her back. It took like 30 seconds in my brain. Noon hit. A call came in at noon, and that's when I'm supposed to take my break. I was stuck in this call for like 40 minutes because I took my lunch at 12:44. It was such a long call for no reason. Like, I was not supposed to get this call. I was so sad. I was so annoyed. The afternoon was a lot better, but like, dang. I'm at work. Sorry, no worries. I appreciate you lurking the environment. This is important. Lurkers are always well appreciated, especially with all we've been hearing on Twitch. See, it's been so long that I haven't really observed whatever the hell is going on Twitch. I just know that there are problems and people have like 200 people in their chat and it shows that as 2. And I'm like, well, in my case, I don't know. I usually average 1 to 2, so I don't think I'm the target here. I don't think I'm the one suffering from success and having. I don't have anything to post on Twitter about it, sadly. Maybe one day, but as of right now, I have nothing to say. Life is going as usual. no stress whatsoever. But yeah, except for that, it's been okay at work. Very weird people, but also very nice people. Really, like, I made a bunch of good friends and very cute. I'm friends with like the cutest little old lady. She's adorable and she was so stressed. Like, she called me on Saturday so she could set up her home setting. Like, she took a picture of my phone when I told her like which monitor arm to get, and she's like, oh, let me take a picture. And then she wanted me to bring my mouses at my computer mouses at work so she could try them, because she likes mouses, and to try to find the most comfortable one. And she really liked the one I used for work. She was like, it's so small, it's so nice, and she was very happy. So, you know, very cute lady. Yeah. Oh my god, it's a hashtag. Alright, if you haven't observed the Twitter, because that's the only place I posted at. It was our first year anniversary. Yippee. Yippee. I've been married to this bully for a year. But we had a good year, to be honest. And we had some steak. We had some fries. He gave me some flowers. We still fit in our wedding outfits. I'm like, dang, look at us going. We went to do an escape room on Saturday. And then we went to eat in the restaurant in our neighborhood. It's the first time we go eat out in our neighborhood. It only took a year, but we did it. We went out, and so that was fun. And yeah, I can say it was a very successful anniversary weekend. That's why I was also even more non-existent. I was like, I'm disconnecting for the weekend. I don't want to do anything. We ate a lot of homemade jerky because Aster got his birthday gift in advance from his parents, which is a fancy air fryer that has a dehydrator. So he made us some delicious, like, slightly spicy jerky, and we had that with some soju, watching some K-dramas. Well, TV reality, yes, shows on Saturday. I don't know. I lose track of days. It was probably Sunday. I don't know. But I found that to be the best way to spend your anniversary weekend. Happy anniversary. Thank you. Thank you. I like it. We chose, but I kind of chose, you know what I mean? The date. Because it was so pretty. I like being able to say 10, 20, 24. It sounds cool, and I like it. So I was very happy. Now I need to get back into wedding prepping for my sister, because I need to do stuff for her, and I keep forgetting. But I think at the same time, I've just been so overwhelmed with like work. Like right now, I'm finally coming down. Oh my goodness. Hello, Twig. Beautiful, wonderful, happy birthday, Twig. I'm sorry I said it on the Discord, but I remembered it. I hope you had a great time with your great celebration and all your people. I had a good training. It was a lot. I am exhausted. I am very happy that this week I get to work from home for the rest of the week. Because as I was saying, it took me an hour and 45 whole minutes to get to work yesterday, and I refuse to do this again. I refuse to suffer like this. So I'm very happy that I can be home, enjoying my time, and following my little schedule, and doing my little job, and getting my little paycheck. I'm very happy with that. But yeah, it's been good. I've just been very tired, very overwhelmed, a lot to do. Nearly 2 hours, yes, nearly 2 hours to go to work. It usually takes me an hour and 15 minutes if I decide to drive the whole way. Because sometimes if I can find a parking, I will park my car next to a subway station and I'll just go. But no, not yesterday. Yesterday, actually Astrid was with me because he had to go work in person too. So it was like, okay, well, I'll give you my bus pass. So I'll drive to work and then we'll go back home together later. And it was the worst day ever, and that was the first official day of work, and I was late, and I hate being late, and it just killed me a little bit inside. Thankfully, I was able to take back the 15 minutes I was late today. I just started earlier to like make up for it. But I was so annoyed. I was so annoyed out of my mind. I managed to be very much early every single day for 3 weeks going downtown. Explain to me why the first day where it actually matters, where they're actually compilating like our hours to make sure that we follow our schedule, that's the day that they decide to close 3 random streets downtown and have traffic everywhere. And then I was like, well, you guys will not see me for the rest of the month. And then we get to have a meeting with the CEO for some reason. It was still interesting, but I'm okay. And then HR is like, oh, well, we cannot wait to see you next week for the meeting with the managers and whatnot. And I'm like, in person? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, amazing. So I'll be there in person again on the next Tuesday. And apparently the construction in the street is going to go on until November 10th. It's a great time. But I also was not about that life of driving to work all the time. Because what do you mean I need to put gas in my car every week? I put gas in my car like maybe 1.5 times a month. This is not a thing, and I'm not about that vibe. I refuse to do it. Like I put gas on Monday, and then I needed to put it back on Sunday, and I was like, what are we doing? What is this? I hate everything about this. I don't want to live my life that way. I don't know how people manage to have a budget that has like money for gas, but I refuse to have it, okay? I'm staying home. Driving is sticky. It kind of is. It can be useful, but you know, in small doses. You don't want to be driving every day, all day for hours and paying for gas. Like, who does that? Like, nah. And then I started thinking my sister. I know she has to drive her kids to school every day, go grab them, drive to work sometimes. And I'm like, how much money is she spending on gas every month? I'm like, ew. That's why we do not leave the house. We don't need to pay for that, okay? If it makes you feel better, I make that drive every day. Ew, how could you do this to yourself? We need to invent teleportation now. We need it. I can't imagine. I feel like that's the one thing that I'm picky about. I think after doing it for so long, I used to do like the 1.5 hours like one way to work for a while. And once I had my first job that was really close to my house, I realized how much time I was wasting a day. And I was like, I'm never going back. I will try to find something that is decently appropriate. But I guess things changed once we started having work from home options for like, you know, office people like me. Because now, even if it's a hybrid job, I mean, hybrid is the minimum. Even if I have to go to work, as long as it's not most of the time, even if it's like further from me, I'm more down to do it. Like right now, it's downtown of all places, and it takes me about an hour to get there. But it's twice a week, if even. So I'm like, I can work with that, you know? Also, considering that I am gonna get the night schedule, there is a lot less traffic at 10 a.m. or at 7 p.m. Like that's when it's starting to die down. So it will help with the amount of gas I need to use. And I will probably, hopefully, I'm praying for, not be as depressed about it, because I should not be stuck in traffic for hours if everything goes well. So we're gonna cross our fingers on that. I just woke up from my nap. It's Karen. Hi, beautiful Karen. How you doing? I was thinking about you because I realized I actually needed a mouse pad for my work PC setup because it was very scratchy and it was annoying me. And then I went looking and I found a very, very cute one with a bunch of very cute froggies. And I was like, that looks like Karen and that's very cute. I'm gonna get it. So now I can think about Karen daily. I think that's a very healthy way to live. I'll send you a picture if I remember to. If I don't, scream at Aster for me to do, because as you can see, I don't DM. I struggle with life in many ways, and DMing is very hard for me. So yeah, I want to do it, I just don't. So there's that. I stay 14 minutes away from my... Oh, you that's what you have left? Let's go. Let's go. Shift almost over. See, when my schedule starts, I will have been done with work for about 10 minutes. See the difference? I will start about an hour later than what I did today. So, you know. That's hey, Aster. Yeah, I say hey, Arthur. But yeah, so except for that, that's pretty much what's going on. So as I said, since I will be most probably streaming later, because who knows, maybe I'll be like, nah, I need some time between work, and maybe I'll start streaming at 8:30, depending on my energy levels. Then the content might change a little bit, might be more on the calmer side if possible. Even though I do like screeching, so there's a high chance that nothing will change. I will have to see, and I'll have to see if I get complaints or not. And then I will adjust accordingly, whether it's moving my office or just stopping to screech. But honestly, I've never had that good of a control of my screeching, so I'm just like, will I be able to control that? I don't know, but we're gonna try out here. Also, I forgot, I have a confession. Since I started working, I have discovered something about myself. And that something is that I am very much a husband wife. I freaking talk about Aster every day, all day. I just can't shut my mouth. Hello, Kenny. How have you been? Hello. But yeah, I don't know why, but it feels like anytime my coworkers talk to me, it somehow turns into me talking about my husband. And I'm just like, oh my god, I must be so annoying. I guess it's because I don't really leave my house. I don't talk to other people. So then I just keep talking about him. And then people will be like, oh, like people are kind of in love with Aster because I talk about him too much. And they're like, he really, like they all think we've been married for like 10 years. Because I would say, oh yeah, I had my anniversary this weekend. Dude, come look, how many years? 5, 10? I'm like, it's our first year. And they all think we've been together from the end of time because of the way I talk about him. And they're like, he's such a nice guy. You guys really seem to have found the right person for each other. I'm like, stop it. And then he came to pick me up at work yesterday. So like I had one coworker that I absolutely wanted to meet him. And then I introduced him and everybody was like, oh, he's the one. He's the guy. I'm like, yes, that's him right there. That's mine. I never should have asked her as well, right? Right? I mean, he's kind of really sweet. I brag about him every day. That might be me if I can find work. Yep. That's when you realize you become a husband wife. You just keep talking about the husband every day, all day. Like, I mean, at first people were like, oh, what are you having? I'm like, oh, I'm having this and that. And they're like, oh, do you cook alone? I'm like, I don't cook. He makes all the food. My job is to put it in the Tupperware and bring it to work. Also, Aster worked really hard to make sure I had food for my lunches because I had not had to worry about lunches in quite a while, you know? Oh, dang! Oh! Thank you for the renewed membership. I don't know why there's no sound, but now I get it. You live 14 minutes away from your job. I can read, I swear. I am very smart, okay? I never miss messages whatsoever, and I never misunderstand. That is me. But yeah, it's been great. I brag about, today he made me this. Oh, he made me shepherd's pie. He made me homemade bread from my sandwich. And then he did this. And then he's gonna adjust my schedule to mine so we can spend more time together. And then they're like, well, you know, the happy for you. Like, I honestly, the one guy had like teary eyes, being like, he sounds like a good man. I was like, dang, do I talk about him that much? But I think he's happy for us. As my new coworker is my homie that was sitting next to me during my whole training period. We became good friends. We yap a little bit every day, you know. Mana is the wife to dream of. I mean, I guess as I told the guy, I was like, I think it's just because we really found each other's favorite person. So we always want to be together. So we always work towards not having to be separated. Like right now, we're so happy that we get to work home together. Like we're at the peak. And then with my new schedule, we're gonna start going to the gym together. Like so many things are gonna be so much fun because we just get to do it together. It's nice. Hello, Big Bird. How have you been? Hello, Aeon. Hello, beautiful people. It has been so long since I streamed. It's so nice to see everybody. You're loved. Me? Of course not. Of course not. That would never happen to me. I would never have a loving hubby. Me? Nah. I just have a bully. A bully, and his name is Aster. I've been doing busy, but overall well. If you're not up to the date, I started a new job after 6 months of unemployment. It was great. I don't regret this past 6 months. It was a great time to be alive. Love streaming. But I started a new job. That is a good job with good benefits and good stuff. But I had to do 3 weeks of training in person every day downtown. And downtown Montreal is not a thing that we want to do. And I really don't live anywhere close downtown. So it was a trip to drive every single day, whether it was to a metro station or directly to the job when I couldn't find a parking. And I'm happy that I can now work from home. So now this week, I'm fully from home until Friday. I have to go in person Tuesday, then I will not go for the rest of the week. I basically have to go in person 9 times a month. That's what they request of us. So I can, you know, plan my schedule around it so I can make sure I get all my days in. And there's some things you can do to have some days count for 2, but you have to apply for them. So that's pretty good. You know, I can live with that. That's good to work from home. Yes, I love working from home, and I feel like it would be hard to go back to pre-COVID times where work from home did not exist much, or it was very, very niche in certain departments. They would have that and stuff. But in my life, it's still very recent that people accept for people to work from home. But honestly, it makes it so much better because honestly, at work, I answer the call. That's my current my job. Like I answer the phone all day from people having requests for specific things in the specific like domain. If they're not calling, I'm not doing anything. And being at the office doesn't make me be more productive in any ways. It just doesn't. So when I'm home, I have my Steam Deck on my desk, and sometimes I wait like 30 minutes before a call. I'll be playing some Silksong, you know, it's nice and cozy, and then I can have Aster come randomly talk to me about stuff, you know? Gotta jet out, catch you home later. Yeah, see you later. Thank you for hanging out, El Gigante. But yeah, it's always nice to see you all. I'm just catching up a bit, talk about my new schedule. For those that didn't hear yet, I am gonna be working 10:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. So that will be a different schedule. But I will be trying to adapt my my life and my schedule, I'm gonna try and make them work together the best way possible so we can have fun, so I can be not too exhausted, because my goal in life is to never burn myself out, especially when it comes to streaming. Well, it happens a lot with work, but that's normal because it's work. You don't want to be doing it. You're doing it for the paycheck. When it comes to streaming, I have not burned out of streaming yet, and I think it's because I take it slow and I relax and I have a grand old time and I do what I want. I think it's good to not put too much pressure on yourself when it comes to your hobby. Like, I think it would be amazing to make it as a VTuber, but I just want to keep enjoying what I do. I want to keep how simple it is and have a good yap and have a few inside jokes and have fun with my community is what I want. That's why I was so sad when I got my schedule at first, because I was like, what if I lose my community because I have to change my schedule once again? And I was like, you know what, I'll make it work. It'll be all right, you know? Hello Fish! Hello Fish, how you doing? How have you been? How was your week so far? Look at me, I'm streaming, and I'm streaming at a time where I can be around. Who would have thought? Who would have thought this would be possible? It's real. But yeah, so I think my sister said September to March I would have my night schedule, and the rest of the year, the next 5 months, I would have 9 to 5:30. So I'll be able to mix it up. Even if I decided to still stream at 7:30 or 6:30, it will still be possible during the summer month anyway. Real life comes first. We all have bills to pay. Sadly, very, very sadly, so we do have bills to pay, and we this is real life. I wish we could just randomly all be rich, but sadly, I don't know. There's something. My order has not gotten through. Like, I'm like, hello? When am I gonna get rich so I can stay home forever and just yap about nothing whenever I feel like it? Huh? When's that happening? I don't know. But like right now, it's just a question of putting all my things together, putting my finances in order, like budgeting my new job, because you know that's a different way, a different budget, but like, you know, gotta have them savings and all this stuff. So like, you know, I'm working on all that, and it's gonna be a grand old time. I caught a turtle stream. I know you caught a turtle stream. I mean, you're not the only one that hasn't had one. It's Straw Hats. Hello, Straw Hats. Thank you for the renewed membership. How you been? So many cool people. Violence. So many cool people. I haven't seen it forever. I appreciate that. I appreciate seeing you guys. Thank you so much for coming by to hear me yap. I was like, you know, I haven't streamed in like 3 proper weeks. Jeez. I do need to drink. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't streamed in like properly streaming at least 3 weeks. So I was like, I'm not gonna come back swinging and go with like Elden Ring or Mega Man. I don't even know that I remember how to play these, so that's gonna be a fun time to get back into. I was like, literally the last time I touched Elden Ring is when my computer had a whole meltdown and crashed several times in the span of 10 minutes, and I was like, you know what, we're just gonna leave it alone. So I don't even know. Can I turn on Elden Ring? That's a mystery. So we'll have to see how it goes when I plan it. And I'm thinking some people do stream later and they manage to like either not scream too much or put more soundproofing in their rooms and all that. So I'm gonna hope that I can figure out this type of solution for myself. Also, as I said, since it's gonna be so close to the time I finish work, I'll have to see what can I mentally and physically handle, because maybe I'll stream more often per week, but maybe I won't stream 4 hours and I'll stream 2 instead or something like that. Or maybe I'll stream like twice a week, but it'll be like 4-hour streams. Considering that now I start at 10:30, I will not be getting up that early, so I can delinquent a little bit more, so it'll be a bit easier. But yeah, I will make sure that I never impede on movie night either. Because even if I was like, okay, we could move it to 8 p.m., I don't trust that I'll be able to ride from downtown Montreal to be home by 8 p.m. if there's a snowstorm. It's not gonna happen, and I don't want to have any reason to like impede on movie night. Movie night is holy and sacred. We gotta keep it, okay? I wonder if you can start Bayonetta. It's like the but with female MC and more style. I don't know. I personally don't really have any interest in that. Like, it never spoke to me. I don't think Bayonetta is for me. But also, I have 2 games to finish, if not more. And I also wanted to play Stellar Blade at some point. So, like, I already have quite a few things that are lined up that I'm actually interested in. So I'll have to see, like, how that goes at that point. I wanna discover more stuff. And eventually, I'd like to play a cozier game at some point. I do love my slashers. I do like the races and, like, you know, like, cars and stuff, but I wonder if there's a good cozy game for me. So far, I don't know that I found one. Everything that I play is usually kind of hardcore, so I'm looking for something. Like, I'm not that into Stardew. I feel like it's not my type of fun. Like, it's fun with people. I like playing it with people and yapping and doing whatever because I don't take it too seriously. I'm not trying to maximize. I'm not trying to do all the missions. I'm just existing somewhere. So I guess I'm looking for something that would be a bit similar in that regard, where I'm just like existing in my game, yapping with you guys and taking care like of my stuff without having to think about how to maximize everything. I just want to have a chill time, and I haven't really figure out what game is that for me. So I'll have to see. Maybe I'll get back into like The Sims or something. You can do Minecraft, bruh. I've done Minecraft, but I'm too dumb for Minecraft. I don't know the things, and I don't really care to study how to do things in Minecraft. And I'll get motion sick, so I wouldn't do it, you know? Pretty much exception to Bayonetta, but more sci-fi and with dress up. I honestly know nothing. I just know it looks pretty. Nobody is too dumb for Minecraft. See, that's why, you know, you were not there back in the day when we had the Minecraft server going. But after that burned down our house, it burned down her group house, and we had to extinguish the fire. It was a grand old time. But we used to have a community server that I still have the files for on my PC, but I honestly do not remember how to start it, if I'm being honest. I know I revived it for a day for like an anniversary stream. That was probably like last year. That's the last time I opened it. But I never did anything myself. Like, most of the things that happened in my Minecraft server, I guess I built my house mostly, was people, but I only managed to build my house because people gave me the tools for it. It was Kieran and Kohaku would just make tools and items and equipment and stuff for me, or show me exactly how to do something, and I would just roll with it. So I was more of a follower. I was a child that everybody had to take care of. So that's why I'm like, I don't know. If I was like playing Minecraft on my own, I don't know that I would have fun because I would have to figure out so many things, and I don't like to have to do that. I like it simple, okay? I like to not think too much. How you doing? Not too bad. Hopefully I don't get overloaded at work tomorrow. Please do not get overloaded. Tell them, leave me alone. Leave me alone and pay me. That's what you gotta convey to your boss so he can leave you alone. And then pay me. Don't forget that part. It's pretty important. Yeah. But, yeah. What was I saying? Yeah, Minecraft. So I don't think Minecraft is it for me. I'm still in my quest of, like, what is my cozy game that I can open at any time and just continue where I left off. And it's fun. I'm still trying to figure that one out right now. Right now, I'm still enjoying playing Silk Song. I got so busy. Like, Aster and I were playing it at the same time, but he finished a while ago. So now I'm all alone playing it in my house. Sad times. It was so much fun playing together. I tried telling them that, but they never listen. So rude. They're so rude. They should listen to their employees. They should have like a little, how do you call it? A survey about like how are the employees feeling, so that all of you guys could talk about it, and finally they would listen and leave you alone and give you the best schedules and all the monies. They need to give you all the monies so that everybody can be a lot happier and have a very good work-life balance. Now, if they give you all the monies, you will show up and do extra hours once in a while just to thank them again. They're winning in the situation, I'm telling you. They just don't like to listen to us for some reason. Oh my god, I just realized December is coming up. I need to record at least one song for Christmas. Sometimes I'm like, oh, let me do a few Christmas songs at the same time, but I ain't got time. But also, I'm still late. I remember that I need to record songs from members every week. I think I hear one of the two songs while I'm in the car with Aston. I'm like, all right, I need to sing that. But as we can all tell, I was not alive. I was not existing. I was not a person for the last 3 weeks, so there was no way I was gonna be recording stuff. I recorded other stuff because I have concert appearances, so I was like, I'm gonna record that because I have deadlines. But it was a time, you know. December is coming up. It's not even November yet. I know, but it's tomorrow. Tomorrow, Christmas will be right there. Tomorrow, you'll be thinking about life, and all of a sudden, you'll hear Mary Carey. That's how it works. It permeates the brain. It just fills your brain up, and all of a sudden, November does not exist. Do not get fooled this year, spacemen. Do not think about it deeply before you forget about that. You say that, but I already hear Mariah Carey's signature Christmas sing in stores. See? I'm telling you, it will snatch you up. And now I have to think about so many things because I have Aster's birthday next month, well, in 2 weeks. Then I have my niece's birthday at the end of the month as well. And then it's Christmas. And then so a few days after Christmas, it's my sister's birthday. What am I supposed to do? I ain't got money like that. I don't know what people want. I don't know what to buy. Like, I have to buy something for Aster. I have to cook something for him because I like to cook for him on his birthday since he cooks all the time. But I'm like, dang, I don't know what to do. I said, wow, it's a mana stream. It's a mana stream. Did you have another fun for your karaoke stream on Friday? What did you sing? Did you wow the public with your great voice? There's too many events. I would have to do other. It really is because it started in August. Because as I said before, my family would have a birthday in August, a birthday in September. Well, now with my in-laws, I have 3 birthdays in September. Wait, in August, I guess. No, 3 birthdays in August, 1 birthday in September, 1 birthday in October, 2 birthdays in November, 1 birthday in December plus Christmas. I have another birthday, but I don't care, in January. And then there's a birthday in February. And then it's my birthday in March. It never ends. There's always something to do and to celebrate. And I'm like, oh my god. Oh my god. I don't know. I don't want to think about it. I'm going to panic over it. Mana time. Hello, Karen. How you doing? So I'm late. YouTube is being weird on my browser. Don't worry. Nobody is ever late. I did. As a matter of fact, that's good. That's very good. As long as the Vector Spaceman has a good time with his karaoke. Even though, like, you know, I'm still thinking about the fact that he just recently decided to bless us once again with his voice in movie night chat. You know, it's still a new experience for me, but I will forgive him because he had fun for his karaoke, okay? Did all your family go on vacations at the same time to have so many birthdays at this time? I don't know. It's like they plan for everything to happen one after the other. Hey, why are there 3? Hey. Yes, you're very welcome. I'm okay. It's full of nachos. Ooh, I got told I should be arrested for Halloween by my boss. That's an interesting request. That's a thing. Vector arrived. Yes, Vector is here, being is it being nice? I guess I'm gonna be saying nice today. I don't know about what it'll be tomorrow, but I'll say nice. But yeah, Vector is living on the Twitcherverse, you know, the metaverse. But yeah, it's been that. So a recapitulation for people that missed it earlier, because that's basically the subject today. So I have work. Work has new schedule. Schedule is 10:30 a.m. to 7 p.m. So it might have an effect. It will have an effect on streaming. I don't know what it's gonna be yet, but it's gonna be a thing. I mean, we all knew I was not streaming during the daytime anymore, but now we know. it might be actually kind of a late stream now. Buzz with a beard like that, you need to be respected for Halloween. Me, I can't do a Russian accent too. Oh my god, you need to practice with Arthur. He'll tell you the truth if you got the accent or not. He'll judge you. But surprise Pikachu face. I mean, I guess, I mean, can it be offensive? Is that... I mean, we live in a time, we live in a world, you know, you never know. Don't want to do too much for Halloween, I guess, too. I don't do Halloween. So I don't need to worry about that one of all my worries in this world. Soon you'll have my accent. Yeah, I mean, I don't think we've ever heard your voice, so I'm actually curious. I wonder what your accent is like. I don't do impressions for a reason. I do not know how to do accents more than that. I can do a French accent in French. I don't even think I can do it in English. So yeah, that's the extent of my imitation purposes. I can do standard French, French, and Quebec French. Those are my three options, my three settings, and that's about it. And it's so funny because my sister just is like a sponge. So like at work, it's mostly like Quebec people. So she has the strongest Quebec accent. And then at home, she's very normal, which is very funny. For me, I do keep a very standard French when I'm talking to people. So I guess it works out. See, my key at work to do a good job in customer service is that for some reason, I don't know what it is exactly, but the way I sound in French on the phone, people that call probably think I'm about 15, pushing 16 perhaps. So they feel too bad to be mean at me. Even if I give them bad answers and I apologize and stuff, they're like, no, don't worry. I think they're scared of hurting my feelings because I sound too young on the phone. So it kind of works in my favor. And I'm not planning to change that. I mean, you know, I'll keep it like that. Girls, there's more French. Wow! Discrimination in your own country. How dare you, Vector Freshman? Man speaks Zoomer French. I'm very much not, like, that's not a thing. I work, my job requires me to talk to very, very old people. So I better have a very non-Zoomer French when I speak to them. And I don't know, the Zoomer French is very cringe to me. Like the Zoomer English has its moment, you know? But the Zoomer French is not. No, absolutely not. They have the cringiest thing ever, and I choose not to relate to them. I do not want to have anything with that. I can't do accents, correction. I can't do accents that won't get me canceled. That is very accurate. I was about to say like, well, can you? And then I thought about the only one I heard. And I'm like, yeah, we're gonna keep that for home. we don't do that outside the house. I have limited accent, Russian, awful Texan, and my English accent simultaneously. I am actually very curious to hear all that. I wonder what all that together sounds like. This is very intriguing to me, if I'm being honest, you know? But yeah, accents are hard. I respect people that can do it because I don't know how they manage, but they do. And I'm like, dang. They got that talent that is not even hiding, just out in plain view, just talking to the people. And I'm like, that couldn't be me. But it's fine. But yeah, it's been fun. I really wanted to catch up. I'm gonna try my best to stream a lot this week because that's my last week of work where I finish at what do you call it? I will be finishing at 5. Yeah, I'm finishing at 5 this whole week, and that will be the end. After that, I'll be finishing a lot later, so streaming at 6:30 will not be a thing. Because people can be canceled for accent, people can be canceled for everything. So yeah, at this point, just be careful about everything you do on the internet. That's why I'm like, if you're gonna do anything that you may question, just don't do it. Don't do it on the internet, okay? Just talk to your friends, and you'll probably be fine. If I try to sound British, my accent just wanders aimlessly across every accent in the UK and Australia. So you're speaking your own thing. That's what you're trying to say. That's how it works. You know what? I can respect your talent. I don't think a lot of people have the same talent that you do. We live in a world. Yes, it's a world we live in. And honestly, we can all benefit from touching the grass before the snow falls, you know? I'm looking outside and it's so pretty. We have the orange leaves, but then I'm gonna be depressed because at some point there just won't be any leaves in the trees. And I'll be like, where did the trees go? And I'll be depressed until I start seeing the leaves back in the next spring. Also, with whatever's going on with the temperature, who knows if we'll have snow this year. It's been a few years in a row now that we don't have snow for Christmas, and it's very, very strange. I don't like snow, I don't like winter, but I like looking at it from a distance, you know what I mean? If I'm inside with my hot cocoa and I know I don't need to leave my house for the next week, I'm very happy. I do not need to do anything, I'm not shoveling, I'm not doing anything. I will enjoy winter. But if I need to get out the house, put on my boots, add all the layers and all the stuff, I will have a whole fit about it. So there's also that. I would rather not have to deal with this in my life. I like to stay home. I like being home. Home is great. Home is amazing. You don't even need to pay for gas when you're home. Isn't that amazing? Like, why the hell would you want to have to drive places? Oh my god, it was so funny, I forgot. So I told you I went to an escape room when after for our anniversary Saturday. And it was like, started in the wild, wild west with a bank heist with cowboys and stuff. It was fun. Tell me why we ended up in a random room about Egypt and the Egyptian horoscope and then a bunch of things. And then it had a quiz about Egypt and I asked, "Is your time to shine?" And it was a bunch of things that none of us knew. I'm like, you're a fake Egyptian. You're not the real deal. I got scammed. It was really funny because it came out of nowhere. Because at the time we got in the car, oh, that was fun. I'm like, okay, but how did we travel from the bank to the jail because we got caught stealing in a bank, and then we ended up in a random pyramid? I'm like, I don't know how traveling works in that thing, but that's a thing, I guess. You know, it was a great time. I still need... I wanted to tell my sisters, but I can't, because if they go do it, then they'll know the answers about stuff. But it was so funny. I'll figure out what I can tell them about it. But yeah. So as I said, I will try and stream as much as I can since I can do it early this week. That sounds like a wild time. It was a wild time and no regrets. Last time we went to an escape room, we were very far from figuring it out. This time I think the dude was like, you guys are kind of close enough. So they gave us like an extra like 5-6 minutes to like get out of the room. But it was fun. I highly recommend, if you've never done an escape room in person, I would say it's worth doing. It's pretty fun, it's pretty exciting. Go with friends or go with your girlfriend, whatever, who you want. For us, it was like our first Valentine. I think we went for the first time, and we went this year for our anniversary, and I find it a fun date. It's quite cheap, honestly, and it's a lot of fun, and they send you a picture at the end. So I'm like, you know what, cool times. But yeah, I'm gonna be streaming as much as I can during this week. As I said, since I do a job that requires me to talk a lot more during the day, I don't know what the stamina is gonna look like, if I'm gonna survive, but I'm gonna do my best because I love streaming and I don't want to stop, you know? I have a girlfriend, neat. I don't know what TIL means. I've seen it on the internet, but I feel like I guess I'm a boomer. That in... I don't know what it means. Why is it so hard? Oh my god, it's Serene! Welcome in, Raiders! I told you like 20 times. I don't remember. Leave it. Today I learned. That's what it is. Hello, welcome in, Raiders. Welcome, Mara. Thank you, Mara, and your viewers. How have you been? How was your stream? Let me... Can I... Wait, I clicked on the name and it disappeared. Let me go get your channel so I can promote you. .com. Rara Inventory. I can't type. I'm so sorry. Welcome in, Raiders. My name is Mana and I'm a sea turtle VTuber. Very troubled. I recently stopped my unemployment art and started working, so I haven't been streaming in forever. So I'm here after a long time. Let's see. Mara Inventory. Wait, can I not write? Evertree? I'm so sorry. Life is hard. VTuber. I'm pretty sure I follow you, so I'm not like I promise. There we go. It was Evan Tree. I'm like, I ain't crazy. There you go. Congratulations on finishing a deployment arc. Thank you. Thank you. It took me a while. I wasn't deployed for 6 months. Honestly, it wasn't that bad because I enjoyed streaming to my heart's content, but then the bills needed to be paid. So I went back to the job market, and then I landed a good job. So, you know, all in all, it kind of paid off. It was actually a good move, you know. After I finish my own arc soon, I send all the positivity and my good luck to you, because I found the job that I think I will be able to keep until I retire. So that's a good thing to have. Imagine being on the job market. You wouldn't know what that's like, Vector, would you? I'm good. I'm sorry. I'm so disoriented. I haven't streamed in forever, so I was like, you know, 50-50ing that everything would actually work today. I wasn't too sure. Oh, I just realized I didn't have that up. Not that anybody was fishing on the other side, but whoopsie. See, I've only been streaming for an hour and 15 minutes, and now I realize that I forgot some widgets. I also have some widgets that are there triple time. I have like alerts on Twitch that I have 3 times, but they all look different and sound different. So I'm like, you know what? Great times. That's how you know you love streaming. If you don't have a little bit of like powdery scuff, what are you really doing? That's what's up, you know? But yeah, I was telling my beautiful people in here that I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be done with work training. I'm happy to talk to people, and I'm gonna keep doing my best to not burn myself out, basically. I just don't want to do too much and be like, oh my god, I can't stream because I'm too tired. Oh, I can't stream because I'm too much. So I'm gonna pace myself, have a grand old time, take my time to love on myself, love on my people, love on my family. So I always feel like, you know, full, always at the highest level I could be. And that way I can give you the best version of me. Sometimes I'm like, oh, to give you the best content. I'm like, is it content? Is my yapping content? I don't know. Is that how we would qualify this? Because I feel like that's just troubled turtle ramblings. I guess you guys don't hate it 100%, so you know we could see it as some type of content. That's a way to see it, you know. That's not too bad. My nayaps are top tier content. Well, stop it! You cannot make me blush and all of that, because I don't know what top content is, so I don't know if I'm making. But I do want to get back into playing more games. I'm just tired. Like, the only thing that I've been playing is Silksong, and I had not touched it for the past 2 weeks. That tells you how desperate my situation was. If I don't touch my favorite game at the moment for 2 weeks, that's how tired I was. Like, yesterday I got home from work, and I was like, oh, let's hang out and like watch anime or something. And then at around 7:30, I was crashing. I was like, I cannot anymore. And by 8:30, my brain was very much shut down. Like, I was like, I don't even feel like picking up my thing to play. I don't have it in me. So yeah, I had to call it today at that point. Today, since I was home, it was nice to be like, okay, I finished work, I go relax for a few minutes, and then I come back and I can stream an hour later, and I think that was super nice. I guess that's what would be good about getting a schedule from 8:30 to 5, but even that I would not have access. The earliest I would finish with another schedule would probably be 6 anyway, so I wouldn't gain that much. So I think it's better. I'm trying to convince myself, because I'm like, oh, did I make the right decision? Because I had a chance of getting a schedule and I refused it, and I'm like, I just want to make sure I made the right decision. Let's hope that it is. Let's hope that I don't regret it. If I regret it, well, I guess I'll be begging for a new schedule in 6 months. I'll see you at that point. But yeah, that being said, I think I'm gonna end it for today, because for some reason my jaw hurts. I've been talking every day all day and it didn't hurt. Why is it hurting now? I don't know. Might be related to my random nose getting clogged, but like it's like the side of my ear is feeling slightly uncomfortable. I'm like, could you not? Could you leave me alone perhaps? Like, you know, it'd be nice. But apparently I cannot just be happy. That's what's up. Alright, sadly I don't see anybody that I know streaming, so I will be having you raid into Twig's next stream, and she's be updating her stream deck and finding new music, and that sounds like a lot of fun on the 24th, so you'll be able to, like, you know, check that out. I have related a Halloween joke. What was the girl's favorite song? Boo? Is there a song called... I don't know jokes. Good night, good. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you so much, Elle, for stopping by. Thank you again for the gifted membership. Theo, you better get the answer soon, because I'm about to go to bed. I mean, I'm gonna be laying in bed for sure. Bohemian Rhapsody. See, I wasn't even far from the answer. Who would have thought? Who would have thought I was so smart? Oh yeah, that's me. Anyways, I'll see you guys as much as I can this week, but for sure for movie night is the one thing that will never move and never change. So I'll see you watching 28 Days Later, which I'm excited for. I've been wanting to watch it for years, and I really like the soundtrack, so it'll be great. Is it bye-bye and bazinga? Yes, that's that. Bye-bye, Karen. Thank you, everybody, and I'll see you in the next one. All right, bye-bye, bye-bye.